Good morning.
Good afternoon.
And good evening.
This is Marcus Vanco.
I'm Madeleine Kennedy.
And I'm Nikolai Nikolaeff.
And you are hanging with us and your boy Galaxy on Comic-Con Radio.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is Galaxy signing in for Comic-Con Radio. Coverage of pop culture events from around the globe. Amazing interviews with celebrities. Daily recaps and reviews of popular television. Movie reviews. Everything Comic-Con and fandom from around the globe. Comic-Con Radio. Get ready to enter our universe. Let's go.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is your boy Galaxy on another amazing episode of Comic-Con Radio. This is post-Comic-Con weekend. We were tired at Comic-Con, but it's all good. We have action-packed interviews all week with amazing actors, showrunners, producers, you name it, it's on Comic-Con Radio. But today, we have very special guests. Now, these guests are special to our heart. They're an amazing cast. They're direct from Australia. They're on a new series called We Were Tomorrow. They're a part of our amazing Comic-Con event there in San Diego at Omnia. But beyond that, they're true, real, cool, amazing people. We have Madeleine Kennedy, Marcus Vanco, and Nikolai Nikolaeff on Comic-Con Radio.
Galaxy.
Hey.
What's going on, Galaxy?
What's up, guys? How you doing?
Thank you. Super pumped. We are still riding our high from the exciting, amazing weekend that we just had down in San Diego for Comic-Con.
It was absolutely incredible. The culture, the vibe. I mean, especially coming from someone who's never experienced Comic-Con San Diego, absolutely incredible.
Yeah, I got to say, mate, seeing all the people with their kit ups, their dress up, their cosplay was just next level awesome.
It was so nice to kind of walk into that environment with our cast, some of which obviously had traveled all the way from Australia, like our youngest actors, Hallie Riley and Hayden Walker. It was so great to introduce them to this culture that shows such support and love for TV shows and comic fandom and movies. So it was really next level. And then obviously we got to introduce the world to We Were Tomorrow with you guys. Woo!
Woo! You know what, guys? You guys are amazing and wonderful. And it really comes from my heart because you guys are real. You are who you are. You wear it on your sleeve. You're straight up. And now I know, Madeleine, why you're a force to be reckoned with, because you are one sharp gal. You know how to take control. Beyond that, you guys make one person. You're like Voltron. That's what I felt with. Is that true?
That feels right. That sounds about right.
I love it.
Galaxy, I'm petrified of her, mate. Today I tremble as she walks in.
How do you think I feel? I'm her boyfriend.
I know, right? Well, I was chatting with Nikolai over there. And, Nikolai, you have that eyebrow thing going. And he made this one comment when we were at Comic-Con. He said, these brows have been doing some heavy lifting lately. And then we saw this guy in a Daredevil getup. And the second he saw Nikolai, he ripped all his clothes off.
Mate, I realized when I met him and we took the photo together, I mean, first of all, it was so amazing to see him just lose his marbles and be very thrilled to meet me. But I realized that I was actually dressed almost identically as my character from Daredevil. So I was there's a moment of embarrassment, and I went, you know what, that's okay. The guy looks pretty good. So yeah, a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was really great as well to kind of be an observer of that with the rest of our cast, because obviously, as you know, we had that amazing opportunity right before our launch on the Saturday night to walk down the Gaslamp district and hand out tickets to our best favorite cosplay dressed people in the streets to come and join us. And so that was really lovely to see Nico get to interact with a fan of his show and invite him to experience the next project that he's working on. And it was a great chance for our other cast to get to see some people and characters that they love and people supporting those ideas. So it was just an incredible experience, and we had so much fun.
It was amazing to see the amount of support people had for any kind of new sci-fi fantasy series like We Were Tomorrow. I mean, the more we spoke about the storyline, the narrative, it was amazing just to see the amount of interest that was already out there amongst the public. It was fantastic.
I think that was only elevated by the fact that there was 11 of us running around and just screaming, being like, We Were Tomorrow's at San Diego. All these people were like, okay, you're either crazy or you're onto something good here.
That was lovely. You guys did it perfect. You took every moment and you didn't waste anything. You cherished it. You guys walked around. You met people. I have never seen people at your level go through crowds and offer them autographs, like photos and stuff like that. That was very nice and heartwarming. When I saw that, I was like, this is amazing. And I can't wait for our team here at Comic-Con Radio to edit all that footage and release it out, because we have hours and hours of amazing footage that's going to come out, and people get to see you guys and your new trailer that was premiered at Comic-Con on a rooftop with thousands of people in the building. That was so amazing.
It was. I'm going to be honest, standing next to you, Galaxy, when it was happening up on stage with our cast and playing for everyone to see, it was like reaching a new milestone in this project for me. I was so proud and so honored and humbled to get to share it with everyone on that rooftop at Omnia San Diego, one of the most incredible nightclubs in San Diego. It was just a dream come true, really.
Honestly, we were just so grateful to have such an opportunity presented to us for We Were Tomorrow. So we weren't going to waste any time just maximizing every single minute to get as much support and knowledge about We Were Tomorrow out there to the public. And it was very well received. We were so happy about that.
Although I think that your cosplay runway competition might have actually competed with us a little bit. Those people looked incredible.
I know, they all looked fabulous, but when your trailer came on, it was great. The whole room just got silent, and everybody just turned, and they just looked at the trailer, and everybody was just like looking at each other like, wow. And the trailer was amazing. The sound was awesome. Lauren,
thank you.
Great guy. We have some secrets we're not going to share with anybody, but the sound was amazing. Everything looked good. The bass, the feeling, it was just perfect. Everything was at its right moment, and that's an amazing feeling.
Yeah, it was quite lovely. After you introduced me to Dan Fogler, after we watched the trailer, he actually sat with me and just said, look, I was invested and drawn in. And I think for me, that was a standout moment as well, because it was getting to see people I respect look at the work that we've created over these years and respect it back. And so that was just an amazing experience.
A new milestone. For sure.
Yeah.
That
so
we're definitely onto something, and just keep sticking to our gut, keep sticking to our instincts, and just keep putting one foot in front of the other.
Yeah.
Well, you're the Supernatural of Australia, basically. You know, Supernatural paved the way for Canada and actually paved the way for a lot of sci-fi shows. But just to let's put it in perspective, Supernatural was filmed in Canada a decade and a half ago. And now there's all these amazing series that are following that. And now you guys are paving the way from Australia. And you have amazing actors and actresses that are from Australia already in Hollywood and in the business. But you guys being the first paving the way, and it must feel so good to be the first, number one.
I think that Australia is an incredible place for film and television, and we're just so known for our dramas and our horrors because we excel in that so well. It's very exciting to be at this new forefront where we're bringing out the best options for sci-fi and fantasy, especially as being a female filmmaker too. And this incredible team that I have behind me who've believed in it since 2015 is it's a testament to the work. And a lot of our cast, even the cast that couldn't be with us at Comic-Con, sent their love from abroad. We had Chai Hansen, who's currently in New Zealand filming the second season of The Legend of Monkey, who plays my brother in the series. He sent his love and is looking forward to coming to the next event we have and seeing all the fans. So it was just great to see people with us and abroad being so supportive of this content and what we're creating and just moving forward with the sci-fi genre and fantasy genre in our country.
Well, I'm hoping that you guys can come to New York Comic Con, because New York Comic Con is a big deal for us as well, because 3 things are happening. We're releasing our new comic book series. We're releasing our first mini issue of Comic-Con magazine. Of course, Comic-Con the book, and We Were Tomorrow will be hopefully releasing officially by New York Comic Con.
Yes, we're very excited.
We're insanely excited for all those things, and well deserved on the part of your team as well. Comic-Con Radio, the work, the effort that you guys do every day is 100% well deserved.
Yeah, I got to say, Galaxy, it was fantastic to meet you, and that's echoed as well, right back at you, mate. You've kind of throughout the course of Comic-Con 2019 and just dealing with you're very much like family to us, and we really are quite honored to join Comic-Con Radio and rock this baby. Just wanted to circle back a little bit to kind of meeting the fans on the streets of San Diego and Comic-Con. That's kind of what we do it for. We do it because we love, storytelling. But then to kind of see all that hard effort that was put in and the story and the world that Madeleine has created. to then kind of pick up kind of momentum and steam. And hopefully, next year there's going to be people rocking our costumes on the streets of San Diego because they're really cool. And it's very special to kind of be exposed to all the fans. I'll
make you a promise, Galaxy, and I'm sure that everyone in the future might hold me to this. But I'll make you a promise that in honor for the amazing thing we did at Gas Lamps with Comic-Con Radio, this Comic-Con in San Diego, next year we will rock our costumes and we will come back out in force to the Gas Lamps. Nico's shaking his head.
Oh,
He's like, I know you're going to hold me to this.
He's not shaking my head because I'll leave that for other people. So they'll do it much better than I can.
I don't know. Nikolai has some pretty impressive shoulder blades that were created out of tires by Bianca Marcel, our costume designer, and they are incredibly heavy, but they look so fierce and so awesome. Only he can rock them.
Yeah, check out my Instagram. You can get a hint of it there.
I saw that outfit. It looks pretty cool. Well, there was people already kind of like mimicking your show outfits. There was like a lot of different characters out there creating some imaginative things, and a lot of that stuff came from your mind. I had the pleasure of speaking with Bodhi Ryder earlier. He's a manga author, and he wrote amazing books and stuff, and his mind is so creative. And the same goes from you. You're not just an actress, created characters, put it on a script, got this amazing team of people that are like one unit. I've never seen it. I'm telling you. I told you guys then. I told you guys in San Diego at Comic-Con. I tell you guys now, I have never seen a cast like this ever before. It's crazy. It's amazing.
It's blowing our mind how much it's actually blowing your mind because, we really pride ourselves on
the family that
being real, being authentic,
exactly.
and just connecting with people. Yeah.
Exactly. It's really important to our workplace values and principles because we feel like that can achieve some of the most effective and efficient results.
And I think that we really are looking forward to changing that mindset, that very dated mindset that you need to climb on top of people to succeed. I think that the journey is you climb that ladder together, and that's the best way up. And that's what we're trying to do with our projects. And obviously, the incredible cast and crew we have behind it that are our family are a testament that it is possible and it is working. And that's so exciting. Some
of the best projects out there have become the best because the entire production has worked as a team. It's not one department over another or one actor over the other. It's like everyone is working as a team. Everyone knows the part that they have to play, and they all respect each other, no matter how small their roles are. It's all about respect.
Yeah, I first cast Nikolai as tree number 3, and he's growing up from there.
You wish.
Well, we can't wait to know when the series comes out. I know it's top secret, and I know the fans are excited out there to know when it's coming out, and they can't wait. I have this feeling that when it does come out, there's going to be a lot of new sci-fi fanatics born out of Australia that are going to become bigger Comic-Con fans and bigger sci-fi fans. And you guys created something amazing from just sheer hard work and organization. And I didn't really know this, but I heard that you did this entire project out of your own pocket. You just went out there and said, I'm going to make a TV series. And you did all this stuff and you put up all the... I know it's not cheap. You move left and right. It costs tons of money. How did you do that?
Yeah.
What was on your mind when you thought of that?
I think that I have to acknowledge that there have been 2 other incredible women investors who have been on board since the beginning, and those women have been the backbone for me, in addition to the private finance that I've come up with. And it's just been a matter of finding people who want to change the conventional ideas of filmmaking, especially in this genre. And I had those women come and join me. And then from there, we built a unit of incredible crew and cast who, I guess, supported me in my ambitious ideas of thinking outside the box. And whenever I came up with something innovative, rather than assuming that I was crazy, it was really because everyone had my back and believed in what I was striving for. And when it succeeded, it's because everyone went with it. So it's kind of been an unstoppable train. And even though it was privately financed a lot by myself as well, I have to say that it was only feasible because everyone believed in the craziness with me and came on board for the ride.
That's really cool to hear. That's amazing. Forget male-female thing. Let's put that aside. The first person to create something like this from Australia.
I guess speechless is one part of it, and then another part of my brain says I have to have a million words to explain how incredible this is. But I can't get over that we literally were the first Australian television show of its kind to ever launch during Comic-Con in the 50 years that Comic-Con San Diego has been going. It leaves me speechless. It also leaves me incredibly excited about the other things coming up we have, and also what other people in Australia are going to be inspired to create after this, because I've kind of started a journey and broke my own trail and proved you can be a trailblazer. You just have to be relentless in your ambition and your hope.
It's also super exciting in the sense that what Madeleine has effectively achieved will basically reshape how Australia, in particular, the film industry back home, how Australia approaches the genres of sci-fi and fantasy. Because originally they have been expensive genres that wouldn't usually be attempted by anyone of an independent basis. But the fact that Madeleine has found a way through thinking outside the box, it's really going to shake things up. And I cannot wait to see that the wave, the impact is going to have back home in our industry.
And also in our particular future projects as well, because it's going to instill people with confidence to support us with our future endeavors and things we want to bring home, as well as other people's projects, like potentially zombie TV shows that you guys are making. But yeah, it does. It instills a confidence in what we do, and it also instills a confidence that the next generation of filmmakers are incredibly clever and incredibly talented, and they just need a platform.
We know what we're doing, and the technology and the platforms are out there, especially in 2019, to do so.
Yeah, so it's about just being fearless, be courageous, and just go for it.
You never know. We might collab on that zombie series. We never know. Because if you could put together something like this, what's a zombie series, huh?
Exactly. Galaxy, I have to say, man, this is just, and mark my words, just the beginning, all right? These guys have got things up their sleeves like you wouldn't believe. So it's a very exciting time for Madeleine, Marcus, and the whole kind of team behind We Were Tomorrow. And might I just say, for you guys as well, you guys are unraveling a pretty big little operation with Comic-Con Radio. It's so cool to see you kind of rocking Comic-Con New York upcoming, and then we can't wait to be there with bells on next year for San Diego as well.
Absolutely.
So excited.
And I can't wait for you guys to go to the Australian Cinema and Television Awards, and I will be there. You tell me when, and I'll be there when you guys are getting your awards.
Come to Australia.
We will make you a MVP for Australia.
And Nikolai, what an amazing experience for you, right? You're on so many cool TV shows. You're on 6, Mile 22. You were in Marvel's Daredevil. Such a cool thing, man.
And now I'm on
every single one of you guys got cool things going on.
Only way up.
I got to say, mate, that's the thing about my career that I particularly love is to be able to dance on like the world's biggest stages, I guess, you know, and with amazing talent. It's still quite surreal that Mile 22, you know, like with John Malkovich and Mark Wahlberg, and then gosh, I've got a mind blank right now. I've got 6, that's right, with Olivia Munn, and I've got a film coming out on Disney soon with Willem Dafoe, which is very, very cool. I kind of pinch myself, but like to come back and kind of work on smaller scale things, but just that is infused with nothing but heart and soul and blood, sweat, and tears. It's really, really special. And I remember when I was doing a film called Stealth in Sydney once. I just come off a short film where, you know, you had to hold out your own kind of what they call a bounce board, where they shine a light and then it kind of bounces the light back onto your face. And you have to kind of hold it outside a frame, you know, and it's nothing but kind of like a expression comes to mind. There are no problems, only solutions. So like, let's figure out how to do this, right? And so then I went on to Stealth, right, where somebody yelled out, can somebody put a light, like a sandbag on a light? And I said, yeah, absolutely, I can do it, because I'm holding my coffee and I'm not doing anything. And like this guy runs up to me and he's like, hey, you can't do that. You're an actor. You're not part of the lighting department. I'm like, oh no, it's okay. We can, you know, we're all here together, right? And he's like, no, you don't understand. Anyway, look, I'm digressing a little bit, but basically, it's all about kind of coming together to make things happen. And so, you got the big Hollywood, you know, multi-million-dollar film projects, and then you've got like our little baby, which is like strung together on a shoestring budget, but I gotta say, you won't even be able to tell when you watch it. Like it looks multi-million-dollar-esque, and I know the section series will definitely be that. So I'm very excited about that. Yeah, so look, it's an honor to be kind of part of these kind of projects with lots of heart and soul infused to make it a reality.
That's pretty rad. And who's your character on We Were Tomorrow?
So, true story, I play this guy by the name of Lloyd, and he's a very mysterious character where you don't really know if he's a good guy, if he's a bad guy, and we're covering 3 different lifetimes, which is crazy. I mean, I'd love to try to tap into Madeleine Kennedy's head one day and figure out how she came up with this story that she's woven. But yeah, he's a mysterious presence and basically kind of following the lead characters as they navigate through these 3 timelines. So yeah, I'm going to leave it as very mysterious.
So there's a lot of flashback going forward, coming to present times, maybe to the future. What can people expect when they watch the series?
Apart from like fantastical elements, to be honest, it's got something for everyone. And you touched on supernatural before. I don't know. It's kind of like a lot of stuff that people have seen and love, and then that on steroids, if that makes sense. Like there is way more. And so, yeah, again, the kind of infusing of these timelines, and then so you got the Wild West essentially. And in fact, I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about that. Madeleine, do you want to?
Well, basically,
you have the showrunner and creator right there. We gotta squeeze her, bro.
I'm gonna pass it off to her because I don't want to get in trouble. Okay.
No, basically, I think realistically what we wanted to do was create a world where we could see multiple lifetimes. So we focus on the Wild West, we have a 1920s, and we have a dystopian future, which is like a wasteland where technology has all but died, pretty much. And so I wanted to take these kind of broad, massive ideas and these big scale productions and see what I could do on literally a small scale budget. And we've been able to facilitate it in a way that you would not recognize the budget behind it. And the other part of that for me was to try and create a global feel. I wanted to encapsulate a Western world. I wanted to encapsulate different landscapes, which is why we shot in China and Thailand and Australia and America. Was to really create a kind of universal aesthetic so that everyone, wherever you are in the world, can sort of connect into it, relate to it, and find it interesting, and then get absorbed into the characters and their different personalities, their different skills or powers, their different presence, what they're for, what their motivations are, and just finding that beautiful line between supernatural fantasy and high concept content, and making sure it's still grounded in that drama and realism we want to all find in and connect into other characters that are like us or achieving or fighting through things like us.
We definitely wanted to achieve a more cinematic feel with We Were Tomorrow rather than your standard TV pacing, which can be quite quick, and it can also leave audience members feeling like they haven't really connected not only just to the characters, but to the world, to the surroundings. And since in We Were Tomorrow, the premise of the world, Erewhon and the 3 lifetimes, are as much of a character in themselves than our leads. It was really important that in our cinematography we tried to get that across to the audience so that they couldn't help but be engrossed by the surroundings of this beautiful world we've created.
Yeah, which is why when we shot it, I wanted my cinematographers to really encapsulate the TV show as if it was a film. So the way we've shot is very filmic rather than standard for television.
I've got to say, Galaxy, when I came on board, I was shown a little bit of footage of what they shot in China, and I was absolutely blown away. And, I came on kind of not really knowing what I was getting into. And to be honest with you, I still don't, because it's so epic in scale. And it kind of made me kind of stop and just look at these guys with through fresh eyes, just going, oh, is this what we're dealing with? Okay, so.
What countries did you guys film the entire series in? Because I know you guys said China and there's Australia plus United States. Where else did you guys go?
We also filmed in Thailand because Chai, who obviously plays my twin brother, is half Thai. So when I was creating it, I wanted to give him the opportunity to pay homage to his roots. And I think it's such a beautiful culture. and we really wanted to engage that kind of Asian old world feel as well. So we pulled in the Thai temples of Bangkok and also the Great Wall of China.
Nice. So it's like everywhere.
Yes.
And of course,
Yes.
you guys did stuff to it to make it look like yesterday, today, and tomorrow. So that's where we were tomorrow. And you, Marcus, you're heavy in the series as well. I know Madeleine's the lead character and Chai is her brother. But, you know, you've been around as well. You're in Shannara Chronicles, Day of the Dead, Unbroken. You've been in quite a few different TV shows and movies. What's your role in this?
My role, I play the character Vulcan. And, I mean, all I can really say is that for the first half of the season, he's very elusive. He is there at pivotal moments if the audience looks out for him.
But little Easter eggs.
Little Easter eggs. But his character becomes more prominent in the later half of the series and is definitely more on the antagonistic side. However, I will say this, he does have certain anti-hero qualities that has the potential to not just be antagonistic. So I'm very excited for the audience to see not only Vulcan's character, but see his interactions with our leads like Evelyn and Noah and even other antagonists like Kane and whatnot. It's very interesting, the relationships we've created. So I can't wait.
Yeah, I think that was what was super important to me, as even just from a creator's perspective, was to make sure that all of my characters, whether they are deemed to be protagonists or antagonists, that they had qualities of both to make them more human, because as you know, we're obviously all flawed. And so what I liked playing with was the idea of an antagonist who is driven by almost a protagonist motivation. And then also when our protagonists have antagonist tendencies, that was like, it's so fun to play with that and just exploit that through season 1, and will be very much more explored in season 2.
That's actually what we're most excited about, is because we feel like that season 1, as much as we've tried to implement and portray in this first season, we're actually even more excited because season 2 will represent an opportunity just to expand on this universe, because there is so much more. I mean, with the 3 lifetimes in season 1, the West, the 1920s, and dystopia, I mean, that's just 3 lifetimes focusing on just a particular set of characters. That's not the 3 lifetimes of characters that have preceded them or come after them as well. And then even we have the old world, Earth. There are storylines. We will be
revisiting in season 2 in a very different way than has ever been seen on screen before.
And then obviously approaching season 2 with a bigger budget just gives us the means to authentically portray and do justice these narratives and these worlds and these stories to a level that obviously can't be facilitated when you're independent. But we've definitely done our best to make sure
Season 1 really sets the bar, and we know that season 2 is going to surpass it with flying colours. So it's just a matter of just getting our fans on this runaway train with us and going for an exciting ride.
Yeah, we cannot wait.
Are you guys going to wait till season 1 comes out, see fan reaction, see what people say about every episode, then start planning season 2, or you already have some ideas of season 2 in the works?
So season 2 and season 3 have already been drafted out in episodic breakdown form, because I am OCD.
Brilliant.
A part of our sales conversations that we've started has been looking at this project for its long trajectory and giving it the life that it deserves. So in our sales talks, it's not just been about acquiring season 1, it's also about being involved with season 2 and potentially season 3 to really give fans the chance to get immersed in this world with us.
You guys are already thinking of season 2 and 3, which is amazing because you're giving fans hope. Because these days, from my experience being part of this crazy universe for so many years, is when you give fans hope of longevity, they're going to put more time and effort and interest into it, because fans these days don't just watch TV. They buy costumes, they buy toys, they invest their time and effort, they go to conventions. That shows it's not just about money. It's about creativity, giving a whole new world, and making sure something amazing goes out for these fans to put their time and effort and energy into, and give you guys all they have as well.
Yeah, and that's exactly where our motivation has come from. And I'm sure even Nikolai in the TV shows that you've worked on, it is about creating something that is a bond between fans and the creators that lasts more than one season, because one season is only an opportunity to just get a taste of who your people are and what they're doing. And then obviously you're left with a cliffhanger at the end of season one. And it's like, well, what's going to happen to the next? You want to know that there is going to be more to this world that is worth the time of watching. And that's exactly what we had planned for from the beginning, was to really give it a full life. And I mean, I love Supernatural. It has been one of my favorite TV shows for my entire life. I don't know if we could pull 15 seasons because I feel like they are a standout. But I'm going to say I am at least trying for 3.
Hey, 3 is good. And if 3 goes, then you can go online and create a web season, and just for fun for the fans. And then it becomes iconic, and then these characters become part of, the fandom universe. And then anything else you do will automatically be loved by everyone out there. So you have a lot of pressure on your shoulders, Madeleine. So, it's a lot of luck on that. A lot of luck.
If there's one person that can handle it, it's Madeleine. And especially with her team behind her.
Oh,
we got
yes.
this.
I can contest to that. I can say yes on that. You know what's funny? I was walking with you guys downtown San Diego, across from the convention center. You guys were giving out tickets, and you guys were giving out autograph stuff and all these things. And I see Madeleine's hand go up, and she's making these like 1, 2, 3 signals. And I'm looking, and I'm like, that must mean something between them, because she just waves her hand and brings up different fingers. And I'm like, no shit, they got this down.
So the 3 fingers separated makes the shape of a W for We Were Tomorrow. And so if you look up and you'll never get lost. You can always find us.
Find us in the crowd. Look for the W.
Nice.
I'm really used to a hand in the air with one finger pointing at me.
Yeah, at least you didn't get that. You got the 3 fingers. You threw your gang sign up.
That's right.
Pretty much.
Oh, God.
That was really funny. That moment was really funny. And I was like, these guys are a well-oiled machine. And I just... seeing you guys walk around and seeing the fans talk to you guys, it was just love and energy, and it was really great to see that. But I did see, Madeleine, you were having lots of fun, also a little nervous, and once the trailer played, like all that went away, and you were just like, yes.
It was like that good excitement, those nerves that come from being so anxious for something to happen. And like, I think it was probably pent up years of like waiting to be able to share this thing that I have been involved in for so long and lived and breathed each day. Yeah, I think that the nerves were that anticipation of just the reaction of people outside of the product to just get an organic, complete, honest response. And then after it played, when we were walking around that rooftop with you and the other cast, and just having an enormous amount of people literally say that they haven't seen anything like this for a long time on TV, and that they're so engaged already, just gave me the confidence that what we're doing is right, and that this is the right time for this product to come out in the market, and that the fans are going to get what they hope for, which is really good.
We can't wait to start sharing some footage and videos from the event Saturday night to get more of that out to the public. It's going to be fantastic. They're going to lose their minds.
Oh, yeah. We're getting all that stuff together. It's going to be amazing. People are going to love it. We're going to just fill up our pages with all sorts of cool, fun stuff for people to see. And, of course, only the good stuff. Some naughty things we have to... Well, there was nothing naughty, guys. I'm just kidding. But anyways, it's going to be good stuff. We'll let them imagine.
You can refer to just some of the less attractive faces we pull in between photos that make us look...
oh, yeah. We got to make everything look perfect.
Sorry. Nikolai is 100 for 100 perfection in photos.
That's right.
Me, you're going to have to sift through in between the blinks.
I think they just cut me out altogether.
Yeah. You know what's so cool? It was cool seeing your peers up there as well, standing in silent. Yeah. Because, they weren't in your TV series, and there was a lot of other actors and people part of the industry that just like stood still. They just stood and stared at the trailer, and they were just like nodding their head. And at the end, it's just this big round of applause came out from everywhere on the rooftop. And it was pretty cool. And I was like, wow, they must feel so good, because when you get the crowd to cheer is amazing and it's one thing, but when you get your peers that are in other TV shows and movies to do the same thing.
Look, Galaxy, I have to say, to touch on that, that is very, very special. And again, to circle back to what we're talking about, awards and blah, blah, blah. Yes, it's really early to talk about that. However, stay tuned, because the woman that I'm sitting next to is going to be holding all sorts of things in the future, like awards from not just Australia and the newfound sci-fi community there and the film industry in general, but I think we're going to see a lot of cool things on the global scale with this very exciting young female filmmaker.
Nice.
Okay.
That's amazing. I look forward to that.
I'm talking about her as if I'm her boyfriend. Marcus, you do that.
Well, I like that about Marcus. Marcus is just calm and cool, and he just waits for people to say cool things, and then when something's missing, he'll just jump right in.
Yeah, I'll be the patchwork, but so far he's doing a brilliant job being
there
her
you
boyfriend.
go.
No, I'm incredibly lucky. I feel like I have a team of supporters who are literally all family to me. So I mutually love and respect them all back, and expect to see that the world is going to open up for them as well in ways that they haven't experienced yet either, and give them the recognition they deserve too, which has been so important.
Absolutely. All you guys deserve amazing props. All you guys are wonderful. You guys are all doing so many cool things. It's just so cool that there's a whole big team and everybody has their own fans and followers and what they already do then in this series. And then there's just so much going on. And it's going to be so exciting for everyone to go around the world and, like I said, to award shows and to other things, and just to see how people in other countries take this project and other projects, because you guys are doing so many other amazing things as well.
Yes, I think that's going to be the telltale, is getting to see the world, seeing what we've done, what things are coming up as well, and what other projects our incredible team have created recently that are about to come out. So it's just a whirlwind of things coming, and we're patiently sitting here as they're all unraveling and just trying to keep up and keep treading water. And just, I think that my smile hasn't come off since the weekend, so I'm just going to keep smiling and enjoying all of this.
So Madeleine, I have a question for you. If someone wants to create a new TV series or a movie, can they hire your company?
Sure. Come and talk to me and we'll make it happen.
Okay. So everybody knows now that if they want the same effect, and will you give the same energy and same feeling and same everything?
Well, that's the thing, is anyone creating art, whether it's coming directly from me or from people that I know or people that I meet, it's all valuable and all worth time. So I think that if someone else isn't going to give you the time, you need to start looking for the people that will, because the people that will are the ones that are rising up to the forefront now, and they're the ones that are going to shape this industry. Arms open up to people, just come and bring me your ideas, as well as approach other people that you know, because the worst that can happen is they just say no, and then you go and knock on the next door, and eventually a door is going to open, and We Were Tomorrow is a testament to that.
And you know why I brought that up? Because during this whole experience of working with you guys, people have been asking us, they've been messaging us and asking us, hey, do they handle private projects? Would they do this? Would they do that? And we've said, ask them yourself. Just from me, from my side, if anybody wants to know, and people, fans that you're listening out there and you've messaged us and asked these questions, yes, they are worth it. They are amazing. You're not just going to get a production team or a movie crew or somebody just ordinary. You're getting like a new family member. They're going to take your project and take it to the stars. And
yeah, I literally think that if you have an idea and you want to make it, you just need to try. The only thing holding you back is yourself. So you've just got to go for it. And that's what I hope that our journey encourages and inspires other people to do, is to just try. And that's the most important thing.
Mm-hmm. Especially once we get We Were Tomorrow out there in the public eye, we'll be in an even better position to continue to create all types of work, all types of content.
Yeah. And that's all it is. It takes one thing to just start it, and then you literally, it's the ripple effect. One pebble in the water, and then it just grows. And so we've made it that our ripple started with We Were Tomorrow, and it will continue to grow with numerous other projects in the future. And the slate is currently open, and there's some things on at the moment. So we just hope to see a future continue to expand with projects from across the globe that take us all over the globe.
That's wonderful to hear. That's so amazing. It's always fun chatting with you guys.
We always love coming online and speaking to you, Galaxy. It's always an absolute pleasure.
Galaxy, you are on speed dial. You know that we'll hit you up whenever you're ready to have a chat. We love you guys so much, and the team at Comic Con Radio.
Absolutely. We love you too. We love you guys so much. You're awesome. We're family. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, we had the lovely Madeleine, Nikolai, and Marcus on the show today. And we're ready to sign out from another amazing episode of We Were Tomorrow. And we're going to give you a billion kisses. Ready, guys? 3, 2, 1.
Wow. Beautiful people.
A billion kisses for everybody out there. And I said We Were Tomorrow because this episode was taken over by We Were Tomorrow. But you're on Comic-Con Radio. We love you guys. Peace.
We love you too.
We love you too. Good morning.
Good afternoon.
Good night, guys.
This is the cast of We Were Tomorrow signing off from Comic Con Radio. You have an amazing day, and we love you all. Chat soon.
Woo!
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is Galaxy signing out from another amazing episode of Comic-Con Radio. Tune in for your daily shows of Comic-Con Radio. Go to comiccon-radio.com. Reach us on social media. Instagram at Comic-Con Radio. Comic-Con Radio, taking the world one listener at a time.